a business is the goal of all entrepreneurs, but with increased business come growing pains. It's all part of the trials and tribulations of being a business owner. Jeff Lem and Randel Bunka borrowed from family and lived lean to start QData 15 years ago, a business that sells wireless technologies for barcodes and radio frequency identification, or RFID. Meeting by chance, neither man knew much about this industry, but they did have something in common.
At one point of our career, we both decided that working for large companies wasn't our thing. So we decided to head off on our own and start a business. Our first contract was with a company to do time and attendance systems. 6 months into that contract, we won a large deal that basically launched that company. At that time, we now had the seed money to start QData. And from there, what we did is that instead of using barcodes to track people, as what this company did, we decided to use barcodes to track boxes and inventory. And that really launched QData. And that basically taught us the whole business from there. I mean, we would work the phones by day, and at night we put in our overalls and be climbing around, running conduit, running cable, doing programming, drilling holes, doing everything that we needed to get the project up and running.
Although they began with little knowledge of RFID, Bunka and Lem saw the potential with this technology. They knew almost anyone could sell the products. QData had to focus on the added value.
Well, wireless allows you to respond to something in real time. So it'll allow you to bill quicker, it'll allow you to respond to data quicker. The input side of it, which is barcoding on RFID, allow you to capture information more accurately. And if you combine those two things, you can save companies lots of money.
One unique value that QData brings to the market is that they have developed their own software to meet their clients' needs. The second is that they took the time to learn the processes of their clients' businesses.
Actually, one of our biggest strengths is that we understand workflow. We understand the simple act of scanning a barcode and what that means to a client, and how it pertains and how it can be interwoven into a client's business process. So that fundamentally doesn't change company to company. What's critical is obviously listening skills and understanding that the client, behind every work process, there is a need and a problem we're solving, and to tie it back to resolution of that issue or problem and to demonstrate an ROI, and that's what we're very good at doing.
QData has risen from an idea to a $15 million business. But as this business grew, Lem and Bunka had to step back and delegate responsibilities, which was a learning curve for everyone.
Part of the challenges of growing a business is that you go through several stages. You start off being very seat of the pants, responding, reacting. Now what we're doing, we're obviously trying to be more proactive. We have budgets, we have procedures, we have job descriptions, we have manuals in place. But part of that is also changing the culture. And what we need to do is build out a culture so that people are more accountable to themselves and to our customers and to their co-workers. And that's really hard to do, because when you're used to doing it all yourself and now you're pushing out the responsibility and having them to do this work without our supervision, then you got to develop that culture of accountability.
QData is now a national company. Again, this wasn't a simple process, and they continue to adapt and revise their business plan to move forward.
In the last 5 years, we've grown from a company in several $1 million to a company broaching $15 million. How we did that was through a series of acquisitions over time that allowed us to become national. But then we realized the only way we were going to grow our company was through actually increasing the activity and through strategic hiring of people. So we put a plan together of taking what we had as base customers, and we worked our base of customers and evolved it into base customers and introduced new technology into them. And now we're diversifying and adding product lines and also focusing on service, because as you know, in the technology industry, one day you're making good margins from a product, the next day the margins are decreasing. So you always have to have attachment rates of service and professional services onto the products that you sell.
There are a lot of lessons to be learned from other entrepreneurs' experiences. Through all the ups and downs of growing QData, Lem shares some advice that helped them along.
The key to succeeding, at least from my perspective, has been to develop partnerships and learn how to work with people. and to set up relationships that work for both people. So work out those relationships in detail on paper first before you jump into something. So that way there's a clear entry point and there's a clear exit point if it doesn't work out for you.
Big Fish Video Production.